And
All right, and we are live with the WWE SummerSlam review on this August 23rd, 2015. I'm your host, as always, Tony, with my two co-hosts tonight, the Bizarre One, Dave. How you doing tonight, Dave?
I'm doing awesome after tonight and this weekend.
And my other co-host, Justin. Thank you for joining us tonight as well. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks.
All right. We are going to give everybody our thoughts and our thoughts on each match on tonight's SummerSlam card. And let's just start off right off the bat. We weren't going in any particular order. We did the predictions 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago. So I just have the matches listed down in front of me. So we'll just go with the order I have them here. First match of the night, which was actually the second match before the Undertaker and Brock Lesnar match, which was Cesaro taking on Kevin Owens. Thought this match was really good. I think this was probably probably the third best match of the night. I was actually going to say it was the second best match of the night. Back and forth. Very powerful moves by each guy. I like the, of course, that, I don't know what he calls it, but that reversed suplex he does off the ropes, Kevin Owens.
Like a fisherman's suplex on the top rope.
He does it very, very nicely, very beautifully. Dives out of the ring, uppercuts, everything. I'm sorry, Cesaro. Kevin Owens gets the win, a win that he really needed. What did you two think of the match? We'll start with Dave.
I really enjoyed this match. I was on the same thing where it's like, man, Kevin Owens really needs his win. And it's like, he really did. Because after the awesome ladder match they had last night with him and Finn Balor, I mean, they come in tonight all sore and beat up to go out there and put on a match like that. I mean, wow, this was an awesome match in my opinion. I mean, I love this match. I'll probably watch it again. I think it was that good. And him and Cesaro both had a great match. And for Kevin Owens just to go out there and just put his body on the line once again, cannonballs getting thrown into the barricade and all that is awesome. I enjoyed it. Glad Kevin Owens won. I think they both look good. And I hope we get another match. Because I hope they actually start using Owens like they should. Because he proved last night, he proved tonight why he should be a top guy, not just some guy they put at the very bottom of the card, which he was at the top of the card tonight, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, Cesaro really didn't. I mean, Cesaro doesn't get as many wins as he should, but he didn't really need to win tonight. He's been pretty much getting a nice little push the last couple of weeks, and Kevin Owens hasn't won a match on the main roster, and I think when he first debuted, maybe when he was on the pay-per-view, it's been that long against Cena. And I think he's just been losing since, not including like tag matches or anything like that. But yeah, he's just was on a long losing streak. And he finally got the win that he really, really needed. Justin, your thoughts on the match?
Well, I mean, first of all, you got to give props to Kevin Owens for even walking out tonight. If anybody caught the NXT TakeOver last night, I mean, he threw himself into ladders. He threw himself into the barricades. I mean, he did some crazy moves last night. But anyway, on to tonight. Cesaro and Kevin Owens put on a damn good show. They went out there. They told a hell of a story. To me, they meshed together really well. I mean, they went in there and they were solid in their moves. Like you said, that suplex off the top of the rope, Cesaro with his elbows. I mean, they told a hell of a story, and it was a damn good match. And Kevin Owens got the win, which he was deserving of.
Yeah. You know, another thing real quick that we didn't get in this match that we got in the Cena Owens match repeatedly, a lot of big finishers, kick out. You know, we didn't get a lot of that, which a lot of people complained about. How, he kicked out of 2 AAs, he kicked out of 2 power bombs. We didn't really get that tonight. It was just a good match. It wasn't a lot of people complained about those big false finishes. It wasn't.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that I don't think there was any false finishes in this match.
And I loved how he did that, like the huge suplex off the top rope, that fisherman or whatever you want to call it, and then went right into the
Pop-up
powerbomb and won. I loved how they ended. That was a perfect ending, I thought.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good match with a nice ending to the match as well. Okay, second match of the night, which I didn't count on our predictions because of the way it ended. Because we all had different guys winning, but I didn't count it because of the way it ended.
Yeah, the draw.
Yeah. Well,
good match though.
Good match, which we're talking about Ziggler and Rusev. It was a pretty good match. Ended in a double count out when both guys couldn't get back into the ring. We did see Lana and Summer Rae go at it again as well. This match is obviously setting up for a tag match either next month or on Raw or something like that. Justin, your thoughts of the Ziggler versus Rusev match?
Well, basically, just like you said, it's this whole deal, this whole double count out tonight was to set up a mixed tag team match between them. So, that being said, Ziggler and Rusev did good tonight. They both, got their offense in. They them two actually do. I think they go together well. Also, it was a good, solid, strong match that I actually enjoyed it. So yeah, that's
Did the finish bother you?
not as much as the other people I saw on Twitter that were trashing it. I mean, it didn't bother me that bad.
Okay, solid. Dave?
So if you were there live, would it bother you?
I don't really think so. I mean, knowing what they're going to lead into, not really.
I'm just going by like you pay big money and you're there live, and you get even though to me it was a match that wasn't even needed for this pay-per-view, so it didn't really bother me that much. And the other thing that stuck out to me was Lana. I mean, the first time we've ever seen her not in the black little sport or businesswoman suit. And I mean, she looked great tonight, and it's like when she doesn't look great, but I mean, it was just a different look, something we're not used to.
Like straight out of the 1980s.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the one thing. I mean, there's 10 matches on the damn card. I mean,
I know. I mean, it was a good card.
One bad finish, if you want to call it that, it's not going to kill you.
No, I mean, if this was like more of an important match, but really the feud just started. He just came back last week and the feud started basically because he was out making the movie. And I mean, we didn't even need this match on the card. It was just thrown on there last minute just to get them on the card. But I mean, it was a good match. I was enjoying it. It was one of the matches I looked forward to. I would have liked a clean finish, but you know what? We'll get more in the next couple months.
Yeah, because if one of them won,
3 months out of it.
If one of them won, I mean, what's the point of another match?
Yeah, it should be over after that.
So unless it ended in like Summer Rae helping him or something like that, but you
could go through like a 1-1 match, and then you could even turn that into a tag match like next month. You could do something like that.
I'm sure we'll see a rematch tomorrow night. I would not be surprised. Next, excuse me, sorry. I have the opening match, which was Randy Orton taking on Sheamus. This match was actually not too bad, even though we've seen it for the 100th time. Sheamus gets the win after doing two brogue kicks, so that makes Randy Orton look a little bit stronger since it took two of them to beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Orton was busted open in the match from, I think, the turnbuckle spot. I mean, there's not really much for me to say about the match because I mean, it was just better than what I thought it would have been. It's the same old stuff you get from the same two guys. Dave, your thoughts?
I actually really enjoyed the match. I thought it was a good match. I mean, to start off SummerSlam, it was perfect to start it off because you're already hyped up to see SummerSlam. We did see Jon Stewart and Mick Foley, which is really cool to see Mick Foley. And then you get into this whole thing, and then the match was good. The finish, I love the finish because it was two bro kicks, and they did an interview earlier talking about bro kick, and it was just, I love the double roll kick to Sheamus to win. I mean, it was good. It was a good match, and I guess what else can you say? They went out and put on a good match, which I think a lot of people were down on this match because we've seen it a million times, but it was better than I thought it would be.
Definitely. I thought, especially since they started off first, there would be a cash-in, which there wasn't, not spoiler alert. Justin?
Yeah, I thought it was solid. I definitely liked the RKO whenever he tried to springboard out of the ropes from the outside. Orton caught him with the RKO. I thought that was a nice touch. And, him taking the 2 brogue kicks made him look a little better. Sheamus did need the win, I thought. And he got it. I don't know. I'd kind of like to see Orton, he's not in the title picture right now, but maybe, I don't know about saying move to the mid card, but facing someone from the mid card and not the upper card right now. Because I don't know, Orton's just in the, I guess you could say, the middle of nowhere. He's just not really doing anything. So.
Right. Maybe, depending on what they do with this U.S. title, maybe he can get involved in that. Maybe he can get involved in the IC title race or something like that. But
maybe Owens and Orton, that would be interesting.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say that, actually. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
I guess we'll find out eventually somewhere down the line. But Sheamus gets the win, a win that he definitely needed because he's also been on a nice little losing streak as well.
And it was actually clean, too. That was the good part. I mean,
yeah, clean match, clean win, clean finish, 2 brogue kicks. We actually finally saw RKO out of nowhere. I'm not talking about one where he just stands in there and waits for them to turn around and does an RKO, or actually one that we didn't expect to see, which was Sheamus doing that little flying over the top rope. I think it was that shoulder.
Yeah, shoulder tackle.
Yeah, so he caught him with the RKO, but luckily Sheamus was smart enough and rolled to the outside of the ring.
I honestly thought, like, oh, wow, it's over that quick. Jeez. That's what I was thinking as soon as it happened.
Yeah, so I liked how they did that, but it was a good match, but nothing for me to be like, to praise over. But anyways, next match on the card or on the lineup here, which was the Wyatt family taking on Ambrose and Reigns. I know I said that there would be a heel turn. There was not a heel turn. I for a minute thought maybe Reigns was going to do a little Superman punch on Ambrose when he was standing on top of the ropes cheering him on, or maybe a spear. We did not see that. We did see a half-ass Shield powerbomb, meaning half-ass if we were missing one member, which was Seth Rollins. I thought the match was good. I don't know what the hell is up with the Wyatts, meaning Bray, because he has not won a match on a pay-per-view, it seems like, in forever. I can't even remember.
Didn't he win last month? I think he beat Reigns last month.
Did he?
Yeah, I believe because they got the interference and then he got the pin on Reigns.
Oh, was that at a pay-per-view? I thought that was at Raw. Shit. Okay, I apologize. I apologize. Okay. He just seems to always lose, which kind of pisses me off. He has one of the best gimmicks in the WWE, and he always loses. I don't understand that. Solid match. I'm not sure if this feud is over with because it seemed like I think on Cole made it seem like this feud is not, which would make no sense to me. I don't know maybe Ambrose and Reigns turn into a tag team. I don't know. Justin, your thoughts on the Wyatt family versus Ambrose and Reigns?
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid match, like you said. And then the same thing, like you said, about the Reigns heel turn. I thought he was going to turn around and pop Ambrose when he was standing on the ropes, but it didn't happen. And then, Reigns got booed heavily whenever he came down to the ring. I thought that was pretty funny. The Brooklyn crowd never liked him anyway, but yeah, I mean, they get into the ring. They, do get all their stuff in there. And I agree, Wyatt, I don't know what the hell they're doing with him, like you said. He should be winning a lot more. I enjoyed the match. It was very good. It had some good spots in there. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and to start off, it was pretty physical at the beginning of the match where we saw a lot of dives to the outside of the ring.
Ambrose running across the 3 tables.
Yeah, that was a nice little spot too. So I mean, it started off good. It kind of slowed down in the middle and then gained speed up again at the end. I know you weren't really feeling this feud very much, but what did you think of the match, Dave?
I mean, the match, I really couldn't really get into the match, even the match before this one. I really couldn't get that into that either. But, I mean, we'll get to that one in a minute. But, I mean, the match, it wasn't a bad match. I don't think they were given really a lot of time anyway. So maybe that, I mean, maybe 10 minutes I got. Maybe a little longer, but it didn't really seem like it went that long. And, I mean, I get it. They had other big matches they wanted to focus on. And, you know, I mean, the match was okay. It wasn't what I expected it to be, I guess. I don't know. The match wasn't bad, just wasn't great.
Does Roman Reigns being involved have anything to do with it?
No, I've actually given him credit for his matches the last few. It has nothing to do with him. I even thought the match last month was pretty good. But I mean, it's not Roman Reigns that I don't like. I mean, sometimes his matches are a little stale, but I mean, I think he's had good matches lately. This year alone, he's had some really good matches. So. I mean, it's not that I hate Roman Reigns, but I mean, the match itself just lacked maybe energy.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna hate on your opinion at all. It was weird seeing Roman Reigns doing whatever he was doing before the spear, that little cowabunga thing, sticking his tongue out and shit.
And I honestly thought maybe Ambrose would do something. I was hoping for, but I'm glad they won because I picked them to win, so I'm glad.
I thought that was gonna be a heel turn, but there was.
I was thinking when he was standing on that rope, either he's gonna hit him, or it was one of the two. Someone's gonna get hit, and then I think everyone's expecting a heel turn, and then it never happened. So that kind of maybe deflates everything a little bit. No pun intended.
Yeah, I guess so. You're probably right. Probably everybody was expecting one, so we didn't get one. Maybe tomorrow night or something. Triple threat match, which was probably the shortest match of the night, between Ryback, The Miz, and The Big Show. Ryback gets the win. I didn't mind the match. I thought it was all right for the time they were given. Each of them got each other's finish off. I kind of laughed at what The Miz was doing, trying to get that cheap win after.
Yeah, he kept pinning both of them back and forth.
Yeah, The Miz really didn't get very much offense in this match at all. He came close to winning, though, at one point, which I thought he was going to win. But Ryback gets the win. He steals the victory from The Big Show after The Big Show does the KO punch on The Miz. He throws out, or he actually clotheslines, I believe, Big Show outside the ring and then gets the pin. Your thoughts, Dave, because I know you didn't really care for it.
No, but I'm glad we actually got the IC title match finally. Finally, the first title match and actually a clean title match finish. So it was nice. The match wasn't that good in my opinion, but I'm just glad to see the IC title being used. You know it's going to have the US title, but at least now we're getting that title being used, and hopefully it'll get used a lot more instead of. I would like to see it defended on actually Raw or SmackDown as well, not just a pay-per-view.
What didn't you like about the match?
I mean, maybe it didn't give enough time. Maybe it didn't. I would have liked more of a story in the match than so fast. You know what I mean? It would have been nice more of a story being told in the match. And it was really just a bunch of finishers and big hits, and that was it.
I'll agree the match seemed a little bit rushed, but I mean, given the time they were given. I like the fact
we got an IC title match. I'm just glad to see that back on the pay-per-view again.
Right. Justin?
Yeah, I mean, it was good for what it was. Like you said, it was funny. You know, I thought Big Show was going to win at one point. You know, he knocked both of them out. But, yeah, and then, you know, The Miz with the other pins. But it was all right. I mean, I don't know how much longer Ryback is going to keep the title. Maybe he goes another month or two. Who knows? But it was good for what it was.
Okay. Fair enough.
So who's next for Ryback right now? Any ideas?
No idea.
Who knows?
I mean, there's not really a front runner in my opinion, unless they want to give Kevin Owens a shot.
Yeah, I mean, that would be an idea. I mean, and I would want him to win, honestly, just because he could use it.
Or even Cesaro. I mean, throw him in there. Shit.
Right? I mean, it could be anybody.
That would be a great feud with Cesaro and Owens as like the U.S. or the IC champion.
Mm-hmm.
Or the United States champion. It could happen.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm kind of wondering what they're going to do with that title, honestly.
Right. We'll find out tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Next, we had the Stardust King Barrett taking on Stephen Amell and Neville. Tag team match, which I thought was pretty good for what it was worth. We had a guy who was his first in-ring experience. Did pretty damn good. He's better. He did better than half the people and the contestants in Tough Enough, especially one of the finalists that's in Tough Enough, ZZ. I mean, Jesus, he did better than any of ZZ's performances so far. He did. He jumped off the top rope and landed on both of them outside of the ring. Neville, of course, was outstanding with the move that he did off the second rope. I'm not sure what he calls that. And then he did
Red Arrow.
Not the
second one.
Second rope.
Oh, second rope. My
bad. And then he did the Red Arrow to finish the match on Wade Barrett. Keep Stardust, strong, still incredible, and of course, obviously gets Stephen Amell and Neville the win. Thought the match was good. I thought the match was really better than what I thought, and you could really tell that Stephen Amell took time and actually trained and took it seriously, which I actually much respect to him, because a lot of these celebrities that get booked to matches or even on Raw or whatever hardly ever watch the product, or they don't even train or try, to do things that he did in the ring, which I give him much respect for. Justin, your thoughts?
Man, I tell you what, I was very impressed by Stephen Amell tonight. First off, when he first got into the ring, when he jumped off of the top rope, he jumped halfway across the ring, and how the height he got on it, that was impressive. And then you got him doing the moves. I mean, he did a damn good job. He did a little kip up, which the camera missed. I don't know how that happened, but like you said, the dive to the outside. I mean, he did a damn good job in there. You can tell, he really wanted to be in there. Yeah, I mean, he did awesome. He did very good. I enjoyed the hell out of this match. I was very impressed.
And he also took a lot of the bumps in the ring.
Yes, he did. He was in there for more than half of it.
So, all right, that's your boy, Dave. Your thoughts?
This was really cool because two of my favorite shows coming together, and I was really worried that, I thought he could do a good job, but once you see him jump over the top rope on Raw, you're like, okay, he's athletic. He's played football. He's done stuff. So the entrance, I loved it because it was a little homage to his show with the whole outfit, and then he comes in the ring, starts off the match, I believe, or he didn't right away, but he then got in that springboard. I thought he was about to hit a drop kick at first. He did some pretty good offense as well. That little boot to Stardust's chest.
Yes.
I mean, taking the shots from there, even the big boot that landed him on the outside, I mean, they took care of Amell in the ring. They really did. I mean, he took some bumps, shocking. You don't think celebrities are going to be taking bumps, but, I mean, he took a good kick to the stomach, too, and I was like, man, I mean, the match was, I enjoyed it. I was surprised he went off the top rope, just because, wow, anything can happen right there, but, I mean, he nailed it perfectly, and you could tell he has so much respect for wrestling. He's just a fan. It was he just loved it. And you could tell he even said, and I watched it earlier on YouTube, we did a video or an interview where he said that, man, they said to get out there and take a breath and enjoy it. He said he forgot to take a breath because it was just when he hit that red arrow, he said he finally took a breath. And it was because you can forget to breathe when you're out there doing that.
Right.
And I enjoyed it. I'm glad it was like good. It was a good match. It wasn't nothing spectacular, like wow, he should be wrestling every week. But no, it was for what it needed to be. It was good, and he didn't look bad out there. I mean, the moves he took didn't look bad, or the moves he did didn't look bad at all. I thought so. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, like I said, he took the time and the effort to train and to learn moves and all that stuff. So props to him.
And how about Cody Rhodes going out there doing the little homage to his dad? I mean, the yellow was all, I just think, a tip to the cap to his dad, and that was pretty cool right there.
So next we had the Fatal 4-Way Tag match, which was not on the pre-show like it was rumored to be. No matches on the pre-show. We had primetime players taking on Lucha Dragons, the Los Matadores, and the all-important New Day. This match is really good.
Yes, better than people thought.
A lot of high flying outside the ring. Primetime players looked good. I thought the Lucha Dragons had some good moments. Same thing with the Los Matadores. And to sum up the match, Titus O'Neil helps. The Lucha Dragons do a superplex off the ropes on one of the Los Matadores. While he does that and has his back turned, Kofi Kingston tags himself in, and Titus O'Neil goes for the pin. He kicks him off of him, throws him outside the ring, and steals the pin from primetime players and gets the win. And we have new tag team champions in the New Day, which is about damn time. The New Day are the new champions. They celebrated like only the way they can.
That was the best thing I've ever seen. Kofi Kingston, the best thing I've ever seen. When he did what he was doing on the ground, it was just so hilarious.
Yes, and this guy gets a lot of hate, or he did, which is Big E. This man does some pretty crazy stuff, and that spear he does through the ropes to the outside.
Darren Young was crazy.
It's freaking crazy, man. Because that's got to hurt him.
He started doing that with his feud with Rusev, and we're just like, wow, I mean, that's awesome. And, man, that move he does is like, wow, it's like one of those crazy moves. It's like, better than Randy, you can say that, but I don't know if you can say that. But still, it was pretty darn good. The match was good.
Yes, it was real good. Your thoughts on the match, Dave, since you've already, kind of talked about it a little bit.
One thing I really enjoyed, I loved Kofi's shoes. Those are awesome. And I also loved the beginning of the match where they were both tagged in and they were about to pull the New Age Outlaws and everybody and try to win the titles like that. But
that was good. That was good. I like that.
Yeah, and just the matches, it's really entertaining and enjoyable. I think the tag division is really thin right now. They could use some more teams, but for what they got, I mean, it worked. I mean, it was a good show, good match, very entertaining, and Xavier Woods was hilarious out there.
Could we possibly see a Enzo and Cassidy
debut
tomorrow night?
It's a rumor.
I don't know if it's a rumor.
I'm sure about it.
Not if it's a rumor, but since it's in Brooklyn, could we see it maybe?
I mean, that would be cool. I think it would work though, because I wasn't sure if their gimmick would really work, but I think it would. We're even hearing their "How You Doing" chants tonight, and that was pretty cool. And another cool thing about the win with the New Day is the crowd just started chanting "New Day." I mean, so it's finally starting. I don't know if it's just New York or if that's going to start picking up everywhere. Everyone's just going to be all about New Day and basically turn them faces.
Oh, definitely not. I hope not. They're
good.
Kind
of like Cesaro and Kid. They won the titles as heels, but all of a sudden they just quickly turned to faces.
Well, I just think a lot of fans like them, but they do heelish stuff like talk crap about
the town they're in.
Yeah, and stuff like
that. Yeah, I mean,
that.
It was classic stuff. When their outfits were crazy, and they're just, you can tell they're all three really good friends, and they're just enjoying what they're doing.
Exactly.
And to see Kofi to be able to finally, the people who's always complained about Kofi really not having much charisma, and it's really coming out of him in this group. I mean, all his skill stuff he's doing is just hilarious. And like I said, when they won and he did that, whatever he was doing on the ground, just all excited that they won, it was just like, wow, you think they just won the world title.
Yep, it was good stuff. Good stuff. Next match on the prediction card, or on the card that I wrote down, we had the Triple Threat Divas
Did Justin
match.
get his thoughts on the match?
Did you say? Oh, I'm sorry, Justin.
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. Anyway, not to to start off, when the New Day came out, they were singing to the crowd. The Brooklyn whatever. Welcome to New York. That was pretty cool. The match itself had some pretty damn good moments. I mean, teams flying to the outside, tagging each other in, tagging each other out. All four teams, they did a good job. That move at the end, like where you said Titus, hit him and Kofi tagged in. That was very good. The only thing is that kind of made it suck was that one of the Matadors fell first, so the other one had to take its spot for him. I mean, that was kind of whatever, but yeah, it was a great match. I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad New Day won. Even though I said primetime players were going to retain, but
exactly.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I thought, I hope the guy was okay because he took a pretty big fall.
yeah. Yes, he did.
Okay, next match on the card, we had the Triple Threat Divas match, which was Team PCB versus Team Bad versus Team Bella. And this match wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Not that it was bad. Just didn't think it would be. I thought it was going to be,
Could have went a little longer. I mean, the way they've been going, but
yeah, that, and
I
I just thought that it could have been a little bit better. That's all.
I agree.
I didn't agree with Team Bad being the first ones eliminated, but
I mean, I get it because Sasha Banks was another one who went out there last night and had a really good match at NXT. And then, I mean, who knows how much she really had left after that long match she had.
yeah, I understand that. I get you on that. And then she didn't get pinned either. Was Tamina. Team PCB gets the win. Becky Lynch gets the win this time over. Was it Brie Bella or Nikki Bella?
Brie.
Of course. Gets the win over Brie. So my thoughts is, or my question is to you, of course. What did you think of the match, Justin? And does Becky Lynch get the first dibs at the title against Nikki Bella?
Well, like I told you earlier, last night kind of ruined it for me. Not the match itself, but afterwards, I just wish they would have done that kind of thing off the air. I know it was a cool moment, but just for me, it kind of ruined the match tonight. Which this match was good, but like I said, I just didn't like how the hell they put that on air, how they all hugged and whatnot. I just think that could have been off air. As far as Becky Lynch getting the first, I mean, she could. I mean, it could be really anybody, but either her or maybe Charlotte get, because they were saying something about Charlotte might get the first one also, or the first title shot out of it. So I don't know. I mean, it was a good match though, but just last night kind of ruined it for me, honestly.
All right, Dave.
Well, to talk what you said, Justin, I mean, I actually really like that they showed them all have a unity like that because they're changing women's wrestling. They really are the revolution what's going on because of what they're doing at NXT. And they were basically just saying goodbye, I think, because they were leaving. That was their last night, basically, in NXT.
Well, maybe it could have been off air, though. I mean, I don't know.
I see what Justin means. I see what he means. He doesn't want them to, I guess.
Because, I mean, they're in a storyline on Raw. Why are they hugging? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you on that. I see where you're coming from. I
think it shows respect, though, with them, too. And I think it could actually turn into something on the main roster eventually where they all respect each other. It could turn to them all just being it. Which I told Tony this last night. I would prefer if those three were a team over how they're split up with them. I would prefer that more than anything. It would just make more sense to me. If they were, I would just rather have them together. And then maybe Bayley comes up eventually and joins them, and they could actually be the 4 horsewomen on the main roster. Which I would prefer that a lot. The match itself wasn't that great. It wasn't bad. It was just nothing that we were used to seeing lately. So, I mean, it was a stat card. I mean, it was on a pretty good spot in the show. So, I mean, yeah, but my only thing with the 4 horsewomen, I would like to see them more, the 3 of them more of a team on the main roster than really fighting each other. But I wouldn't mind, for like you said about who's next for Nikki Bella, I wouldn't mind if either at the next, coming tomorrow night even would be awesome if we had like a triple threat match with like the 3 NXT girls and they all, you know, winner gets a shot at Nikki.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd actually be pretty interesting. Will it happen? Who knows? But yeah, that'd be pretty cool to see them 3 to go at it.
Because by then she'll be past the record, and I think Nikki loses the title as soon as she passes the record.
Yeah. Now, I did like how there was heavy. We won Sasha chance again last night. That was pretty cool also.
Yeah, I definitely think she's the best wrestler they have.
She's in high demand right now.
Women's wrestler right now.
And I can't. Alicia Fox, for some reason, when she gets put in the figure 4, she messes it up for some reason. It just drives me crazy. It's like she's all moving, and you know, it's like when you put it on her, it's like not on right. It just looks so weird when she gets a move like that put on her. Or any move, it seems like.
Yeah, she is not the most coordinated woman in the ring sometimes. And
I mean, she's good, but it just seems like when she's put her submission on, she just makes it look bad.
She's a good wrestler, but sometimes she's just like, I don't know, very clumsy in the ring, or just doesn't seem like she.
And she overreacts too sometimes.
Yeah,
she doesn't fit in this group, I don't think, honestly.
No, she does not. She doesn't. Should be someone else. Maybe Natty. Natty should be in this thing, not Alicia Fox.
Yeah, it's kind of sucked for her, not right?
There's so many good women there that they should be using as well, but for now, we got to be happy with just the 9 that are being used.
Right. I hope Natty gets involved somehow, some way, soon down the line. All right, let's get to one of the controversial endings of the night, and a lot of people are disliking this, which I don't understand why, because it makes no sense.
I don't either. It's all the Cena fans.
Which is John Cena taking on Seth Rollins. This match was really good. Seth Rollins dressing up like the White Ranger out there.
Or I was saying something to somebody on Twitter. I said, dude looks like Malachi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good match. I mean, Seth Rollins, my lord, that suplex off the top.
Dives he did.
Yeah, he did 3 dives out of the ring, 3 dives in a row. The superplex that he does off the ropes into another suplex, or not to a superplex, but to
it's like a Michinoku driver.
Yeah, it is.
That shit is awesome, and that should be a finisher itself. How they let Cena kick out of that amazes me. Anyways.
And the Phoenix Splash is badass.
Yeah, he did the frog splash.
I wish he would have hit it. Yeah, frog splash. That's one thing that made me mad about the match was the frog splash. Because Cena could have sold it a little bit and let him get like a near fall off of it.
Yep.
Then
that's one thing I didn't like about it right there.
Which was also awesome was the Rollins doing the old Cena roll.
Yes, he
grabs him from the ground, picks him up, and puts him in the FU. That was nice.
Yes, it's surprising he could do that. John Cena was a big dude.
You know, John Cena doing the figure 4 lock.
He did that pretty well, actually, too.
Oh.
He locked it in pretty nice.
Yeah, and then it just makes sense because he's gonna, he's fighting for the Ric Flair title record.
The little thing they had, the roll, was just, I loved it. It was so old school in it because it just reminded you of some old Flair match, just how you'd roll and hold it and then both get to the ropes. It was just, I really enjoyed that.
So now the controversy. Well, of course, the ref gets knocked out on the FU attempt by John Cena. He does it eventually on Seth Rollins. Of course, there's no ref to count the pin. John Cena's looking around to see what's going on. Jon Stewart ends up getting into the ring with a chair and kind of teases on who he's going to hit with the chair. He eventually hits John Cena with the chair, puts it underneath for Seth Rollins to do the pedigree on the chair. Ref gets back in the ring. Seth Rollins pins him 1, 2, and 3. Of course, people are pissed off because it's a celebrity that helped Seth Rollins, or it's because it's not a clean finish. If people don't understand that Seth Rollins is a heel and he's supposed to cheat, I mean, that's what I don't understand either. He's a heel. He's going to cheat. Get over it. Yes.
Because people really wanted Cena to win the 16th world title?
Yes, I get it. I think if it was anybody else other than a celebrity helping, maybe they wouldn't have bitched so much.
Yeah.
Well, they would have, because they're going to steal the Rollins haters out there who don't appreciate how good he is. Don't understand that the spot he is in right now. No one wants to see John Cena win the title a 16th time.
No, hell no.
Everyone was looking, they would just say, Rollins can't do anything by himself. He always had cheats. Well, you know what? That's what he's supposed to be. He's a cheater. He's a heel. He's probably the best heel in wrestling right now.
And then people comparing it to WCW. I mean, seriously.
Okay, Stewart didn't win the title.
I mean, God
You need to
damn.
realize that. Stewart isn't your champion.
That's what I was just like. It blew my mind reading some of these tweets I was reading, and people comparing it to WCW. People hating on it because it was Jon Stewart that helped him. I mean, the only other way that it would have been, the only way it would have worked with probably people not bitching, is if Ric Flair came down and helped them. That'd probably have been another move maybe they could have used. I thought it would have been cool if they would have had, you see Jon Stewart in the back and you see Ric Flair like giving him a hug or a high five or shaking his hand or something.
Yep.
You know, it just, to me, Jon Stewart and Rollins are friends, so it makes sense. Also, during the show, Seth Stewart was mad that Lesnar won because he's all about the streak with the Taker. How do you know that he didn't want the world title record to end, and he wants Ric Flair to keep it?
If you look back at throughout the night, Stewart was doing all type of heel stuff throughout the whole night. John Cena earlier, like, can I get your autograph? I saw on Twitter, don't say his name, just send it out. I'm going to sell it on eBay. And then the whole Undertaker thing with a melon in the back. He was just doing a lot of heel stuff as a guest host or whatever you want to call it. So I thought he was funny tonight. I enjoyed him tonight.
Okay, so those are your thoughts on the match, pretty much?
I think the match was good. Everything, I think it worked. I love Rollins winning. Rollins is amazing in the ring. People don't, all of the Cena marks or fans out there just complaining because he didn't win. And because Rollins won again, and everyone hates Rollins because he turned on the Shield.
Well, they're saying that he still looks weak. He looks weak.
Which is ridiculous.
Because he had a celebrity help him win, which...
So I guess you could say Jon Stewart bought in.
Yeah, basically.
I'll let Justin go, but so honestly, what do we see with this? I mean, that's what we can all think about too. Like, is the U.S. title done? I mean, will it be just given to somebody else, or will they just banish the title and just retire it? So that'd be interesting to see what happens with that.
I'll say my 2 cents after Justin. Go ahead, Justin.
Well, I mean, this might just be me, but to me, this was my match of the night. Maybe because I'm so high on Rollins or whatever, but I liked it. Yeah, the finish was what it was, but you know, Rollins is the heel. If he's gonna win, he's gonna cheat to win, of course, like you said. I mean, Rollins in the ring is just so damn good. The dives to the outside, him off the ropes. I mean, even that running little backflip he did off to John Cena when he's laying on the mat was impressive. I mean, and then here at Cena again held his own in the ring, did very good. So I liked the match. Brock and Taker was good, but to me, this was the match of the night. And I really enjoyed it. I liked the ending. And who knows what we're going to see with the U.S. title right now.
I did. I think this was match of the night as well. This was number one on my list, and then it was Cesaro and Kevin Owens. But the authority should be able to decide what Rollins does with the title.
Yeah. And I was actually looking for Triple H instead of John Stewart. I was thinking Triple H is going to be out there in some capacity.
Right. So maybe Rollins says, you know what, I don't want the belt. He gives it to somebody, or maybe they make a tournament, or maybe he just keeps it and defends it. Who knows? But I doubt that.
Well, they said unification. Like, I'm pretty sure they're saying it's a unification match. So I only think they already done those where the title just become unified and it's just one title now and it doesn't exist anymore. So I don't know if that's what they're doing. They're just gonna make it be a non-existent title and just focus a lot of their time on the WWE version of it, which is Intercontinental title, and just focus more on that instead of, because the U.S. title is basically the last thing left of WCW really in the WWE, and so with that gone, you can focus on making the Intercontinental title their number 2 title.
I agree, but I think they're gonna do something with it.
I think it would be kind of cool.
I like it, but I'm just saying the way they can do it, like they did with the world title, and John Cena just gave it to Ric Flair, and then that was the last ever seen of that.
Right. What were you gonna say, Justin?
No, I was just gonna say, I think it would be kind of cool, if they go old school and have Rollins go to like the Hudson River tomorrow and just toss the title in the river. So like old, I mean, I'm sure they won't do that, but like I don't need this crappy title. And just toss it over the bridge.
Yeah, that would be.
Does John Cena get a rematch, or do
To
they
me,
say
it
no
looked like
because the title's retired?
I think the knee to the face may be a thing to where John Cena misses some time to actually fully heal, because there's no way this man can wrestle again with the. I mean, not, you know what I mean. Like his nose is so fragile.
Yeah, he needs time.
He needs some more time off, and I just think that he toughened up. They probably told Rollins, no face shots, which he really didn't even give him really any face shots until the knee at the end of the match.
Now, would this hurt this at all if all of a sudden we're all wrong, and all of a sudden tomorrow night at Raw, John Cena invokes his dream match and he wins the U.S. title right back? Would that hurt this whole thing?
I don't know about hurt it, because I wouldn't really mind it, but he could. But I don't think
he
he
could
will.
win it back tomorrow and then boom, and that's sort of.
I mean, he could.
It would be interesting.
Or maybe if they do a tournament, he enters it.
Yeah.
I just think.
See, I think if they do a tournament, I don't think John Cena would enter it, just because he's done what he can to elevate that title. He has made it even bigger than it's ever been in years. I think it would try to go on, but the next generation try to do something with it.
Right. I just think John Cena's gonna get time off. He needs it. They wanted to make this like a WrestleMania Junior type pay-per-view, and you can't and with the title versus title being on the line, pretty much already kind of announced, and then he breaks his nose, and then they don't know if he's gonna wrestle or not. They probably said, John, if you can do this for us, you can have as much time as you need off.
And then plus it was halfway in the middle of the show, which was kind of shocking.
Right. So, which made me think there might have been a cash in, which there was not. Yeah. But
I was waiting for that too, because he just standing there. I'm like, okay, Sheamus just gonna come out and just take the title and then Rollins as he goes champion.
Yeah, but the match itself was really good. I mean, even with the ending that everybody seems to not like, it's kind of 50-50 on the ending with everybody. But Rollins is your new U.S. title and your world title champion. So it's going to be an interesting Raw to see what he has to say and what happens next with the U.S. title. But let's get to the main event of the night, which is Brock Lesnar taking on the Undertaker in another controversial ending. This one was controversial, which I'm kind of 50-50 on. Brock has Undertaker in the Kimura, right? Is it Kimura?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the referee is actually not looking for the tap out, which I don't understand.
Well, he's looking at Brock's shoulders and on
He's
the
looking
other
at
side.
Brock's shoulders on the other side of the ring.
Yeah.
Seeing if if Brock gets both of his shoulders down so he can pin him. All of a sudden, he does it. He gets a 2 count, and a couple of seconds after that, I think Brock maybe does another pull or whatever he does with the arm, and Undertaker ends up tapping out, which the ref did not see. The timekeeper rings the bell, calling for the match. The referee gets up saying, "What are you doing? The match isn't over yet. You need to wait on my call." He only had a 2 count, thinking that the bell rang because of the pin.
Yeah.
Which actually the bell rang because of a tap.
But why would the timekeeper ring the bell without the referee calling for it? And how the hell did the timekeeper see the tap out when his back and everything is towards the timekeeper's table?
Maybe he saw I don't know. He may have had it.
Yeah,
maybe he saw that, or maybe he may have had a better look than we think he did.
Maybe he saw the Titantron.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So he rings the bell, of course, while Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman and the referee are looking towards the timekeeper, saying like, "What the hell's going on?" Saying that Paul Heyman saw Undertaker tap as well. So Paul Heyman thinks that the bell is ringing because of the tap out. So the referee pretty much is like, what the hell's going on? The match does not end at that point. Undertaker comes from behind, low blows The Rock.
Damn.
Low blows.
He went to Miami and low blows The Rock.
He low blows Brock, which then he puts on the what's that? Gosh darn, that's.
He calls it Hell's Gate, but the triangle choke.
Yeah, puts on the Hell's Gate. Before I almost said The Rock again. Before Brock ends up passing out, he flicks off the Undertaker, which was fucking fantastic.
Little Stone Cold Steve Austin action there.
He passes out. Undertaker gets the win eventually. Then, to talk about the match itself, it was good. It was way better than WrestleMania 30. Way better.
Yes.
Undertaker
looked great tonight.
Yeah, we had an F5 on the table. We had a lot of
Lesnar busted open.
Lesnar busted open. Nice choke slams, tombstones. Them both laughing at each other, which was
was pretty good.
I thought the match itself was good. The ending, I'm still kind of up in the air on. I get the ending. It makes sense after they kind of explained it to you. When you first see it and happens, you're like, what the fuck is going on? But after they kind of explained it to you and they showed you, then it kind of made more sense. I don't think this match is going to happen at WrestleMania 30.
I hope not.
Oh, no, please no.
I think the next one will be at Hell in a Cell.
That would be awesome, yeah. Or Survivor Series, even. That'd be awesome.
I think Hell in a Cell would make more sense because you can't have any controversial endings. Then you have the rubber match between the two. And why not the Hell in a Cell?
Or TLC would be another good one, too.
Yeah, maybe.
Kind of figures out. I don't know. I would think you'd want him on the big pay-per-view, even though he was scheduled for November and for Mexico. So I would think the Undertaker. So you're right. So maybe it is Hell in a Cell because Brock is scheduled for that October show too. So and October is Hell in a Cell, so it might be a possibility. So I don't know.
I think the best way to end the rubber match would be in Hell in a Cell, a gimmick match to where you can't have any controversy happen between the referee and the timekeeper. And I think usually in the last matches, you usually have some type of gimmick match. And Hell in a Cell is fucking Undertaker's playground. And I think it would just make a lot of sense to have it then. I don't think it will. I'm hoping it will. I do not want to see them face each other again at WrestleMania.
I don't either.
Even like a Buried Alive match. We haven't seen that one in a while.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't seen one of those.
You can do that like in a Survivor Series or something like Buried Alive. That'd be good.
Yeah, we haven't seen that in a while. But let's go on to what did you think of the match, Justin? Your thoughts of the match and the ending of the match as well.
It was very good. This was my second favorite of the night. A couple of things. We saw old school Undertaker. He walked the ropes. He did the leg drop on the apron, which I thought was really good. He moved good tonight. So all that time off looked like it definitely helped him a lot. and he took some very nasty spills. He took the F5 onto the announce table, which I thought was really good. I mean, he chokeslammed the crap out of Brock Lesnar at one time. He got the tombstone in on him. I mean, they both did good. He went to Suplex City. You can say Brock got some good suplexes in on him. And I liked when they were laughing at each other when they both sat up. Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they were throwing haymakers at each other. It was a damn good match. You know, the ending, I guess it is what it is. I definitely think it's probably going to set up a third match, like you said, too. Hopefully not at WrestleMania, though. But, I mean, it is what it is. We've seen this from them before, so it's nothing new.
If you were there live, would you have liked it?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. They were saying fans were leaving chanting bullshit. I mean, I don't think I would have done that. I mean, the rest of the show was good enough. I mean, like I said, we've seen this kind of ending from them before, so it's nothing to be shocked about. It's just I think the payoff will be in the long run.
Right. I think everybody just needs to take a seat and calm down.
And then plus you think about it, I mean, they just sat through almost 4 hours of wrestling, so they're going to be kind of burned out on it too.
Right. I mean, my thing is, before I get to Dave's thoughts, that we don't know what is next, and from usually, you know, it starts picking up after SummerSlam, and we don't know what's going to go down. We don't know if we're going to see a Sting appearance. We don't know if we're going to get this or that. I think we just need to calm down, sit down, and relax.
See what happens. I mean,
right. I know I would have been kind of upset, but I mean, because when you're there, you don't get into, you don't hear what's going on.
Yeah. Like how we were at WrestleMania 30, we were like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, you're not getting explained to you what happened like you would on TV when you're watching it, which they explained it to you very, in-depthly. They showed you what happened, why this and that happened.
They showed the different angles.
Yeah, they showed different angles. They showed Undertaker tapping out, which he did. He tapped out. So, I mean, it makes sense when you're watching it, but when you're there live, you don't know what's going on. So I would have been upset, but then, once you see like the replay and what's going on and all that, I think I would have calmed down a little bit. Dave?
Yeah, I mean, this match was really good. I was really looking forward to this match, and I thought it lived up to what I think it was supposed to. I think it was better than I thought it would be, because I wasn't sure how long Undertaker could actually go, if he could actually go almost 25 minutes, and he actually did, and they both looked tired and worn out after this match, but I mean, they both put on a really good match. It wasn't like everyone thought. Undertaker got 50 suplexes. It wasn't nothing like that. Maybe 5 suplexes at the most he gave the Undertaker. But he really protected the Undertaker on those suplexes. They were nothing like he was doing to Rollins. So I mean, it was completely different.
I can't recall. He may have it wasn't the ones where he does towards his back.
Yeah, he got a couple of them in.
He did a couple Germans, but it wasn't nothing like he threw Rollins and Cena around. It was nothing. He was barely throwing the Undertaker.
He barely released them, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was good. You don't want to injure the guy again, but I'm just glad Undertaker got the match like he really wanted, to be able to go back and face Brock, and actually hopefully he can remember this match.
Right.
And, I mean, the finish, I thought it was kind of cool how they did it, I know a lot of you hated the finish, but because so the referee was he knew the referee was on the other side of him. I think he was tapping just because the referee was there, the hoping Brock would break the hold. And it's not like he reached his hand on the apron to start tapping out like you would normally do. So I mean, it worked. I think for more of the psychology thing of the match and what it's going to set up. Yeah, I didn't mind it. I actually thought it was interesting. I like how they did it. But I think what this is going to set up is tomorrow night on Raw, the continuing weeks with Heyman's going to be out there saying Brock wants a rematch. Brock was robbed. Brock got screwed out of this match. The WWE screwed Brock Lesnar. So we want a rematch. Then either it's going to be Hell in a Cell, like you were saying. It probably won't be Night of Champions. No reason to do it there. But either Hell in a Cell or Survivor Series. I think there's going to be a rematch, and then it'll be... which would be awesome. I mean, Undertaker wrestling more this year, just like Brock. So, I mean, Brock's going to wrestle in October, so I mean, man, I enjoyed this match. It was better than I thought it would be. I mean, it was worthy of this main event, I thought, because it was really good. I mean, I enjoyed it. The weekend was great. The show topped it off a really good show. Was tonight's show better than NXT?
No.
I don't know, because if you asked me to pick my match of the night, it was Sasha Banks and Bayley.
Sasha Banks and Bayley was better than any match on SummerSlam.
I mean,
agreed. I know, because you didn't have that emotion. I loved that match last night. That match is still
match of the year so far.
Yeah, because yes, these matches were good, but there was no match tonight that really, was really a great match. It was like, wow. There was no match, edge of the seat match. Cena and Rollins is good. Owens and Cesaro was good, but it didn't have that great story.
And the crazy thing,
and Brock told a great old school story, but to me, Sasha Banks and Bayley were just awesome last night. Same with Owens and Balor, they were awesome last night. So I think NXT actually outshined and outperformed the SummerSlam show.
Yes, NXT was hands down the better show.
You know what's crazy to me about that is, both shows had the same amount of people, but NXT, the crowd was so much louder. They were so much into that than they were tonight. Yeah. That shows you how badass NXT is right now. I mean, the crowd was on fire last night. They were loud. Tonight they were loud, but not as loud as they were last night.
Yeah, I know. And last night the show was, because it was like you were witnessing something. You were witnessing a brand new wrestling company finally emerge.
Yeah.
It's the same company inside the WWE. That's what makes it so much better. They haven't even been around that long, and they're already at the spot. They're going to be in the UK. I mean, they're going to do a UK show. They're doing a show in October as well, I believe, what he said. And I mean, man, it's just, it keeps getting, it's what TNA should have done a long time ago, but that's never going nowhere. NXT is evolving so much bigger than just developmental show.
And they're doing the Texas tour also.
It's so much better. I mean, I just don't know what else to say. I mean, because SummerSlam was a good show, but it comes nowhere near to what NXT was last night.
Exactly. And I hate, for one, you get people like Gail Kim saying that TNA has been doing this for years, and with the women's wrestling and so forth. No. I mean, to me, the knockouts they don't compare to what the NXT women are. The knockouts are not what they used to be.
No, 5-6 years ago, the knockouts were a lot better when they came, because TNA was actually giving, which I'll give credit for credit to, they were actually giving the women time. But all the women they used that were giving time were ex-WWE wrestlers who just weren't using divas anymore. They weren't using the wrestlers in the WWE. The women were just a second thought. And TNA was focusing on that and trying to say they have the best women's wrestling. And they don't. Because they haven't had the best women's wrestling for a long time. Because they have 5 knockouts. They use the same ones every freaking week. No one cares about TNA anymore. They're going out of business. So NXT is the new lifeblood of wrestling. WWE is putting new life into women's wrestling. And they're the best women's wrestling company right now that is on TV or anywhere right now. No one puts time and effort into the women's division like the WWE is right now.
Right, and like I said, Sasha Banks and Bayley is probably the best match I've seen all year, hands down.
Bayley's best match. I mean, since she's been there, because we covered the one with her and Charlotte, which I even thought that match wasn't that good with Charlotte and Bayley. I didn't think that match was the greatest, but I mean, Sasha and Bayley was by far the best women's match in NXT and WWE and anywhere. It's the best match I've ever seen as a woman. Not just compared to women, but in general, probably the best matches I've seen. Emotional, it had everyone invested in it. You wanted to see Bayley win and overcome the odds.
Exactly.
the best
Probably
match
the
in years.
best
And it's right
emotional.
up there. It's tied to me with the Sami Zayn and Neville match where Zayn could not win, like I said last night. But this match, I know it's an NXT video, but you know what? I think NXT was fought by far, and these two women could have main evented last night.
To end the video, or to this, my last thought was the emotion in last night's match was like Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania 30.
Yeah, yes.
That you just want the man to win so bad, and you're totally invested in the man, and finally see him win. And oh, look, they're showing highlights of SummerSlam on ESPN right now on SportsCenter.
All right.
But yeah,
Pissed a lot of people off by that.
who gives a shit? They're showing the good stuff. That's all that matters. They're showing the superplex to the check it
out later.
Yeah, now they're showing Jon Stewart getting into the ring. But okay, on the predictions, the results, you can.
And that's why they did that right there.
Exactly.
The people watching the Jon Stewart thing because he's going to get highlights from SportsCenter. Jon Stewart got involved in the main event. He got involved in a match, and so they're going to show that. That's why you do it right there, crossover.
So to end the night, there's Coachman talking too. To end the night, the predictions that we had, we can blame the finish with the Ziggler and Rusev on a tie between me and Dave. Yeah. The match.
So what tied us?
The match that saved you. Well, because remember I said I wouldn't count mine as a because I had the no finish prediction with the Undertaker and Lesnar.
Oh, okay.
And you had Undertaker winning. Justin had Lesnar winning it.
I think I picked Owens too. You guys both picked Cesaro, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then New Day and
yeah. So that's the one. That's the
draw
one.
Hurt us too.
And then Big Show hurt me, so.
Yeah, the Big Show killed us. The Big Show and the title match is what killed Justin.
Yeah.
The tag title match. So. Yeah, so to wrap up this video, oh gosh, a pretty good SummerSlam, controversial ending. We'll find out what happens tomorrow night. We'll be back on Tuesday with a Tough Enough and WWE Raw review, and we'll find out who are the two Tough Enough winners. So that's going to be something to look forward to. My prediction right now will be Josh and Sarah, obviously. Justin, yours before we leave?
I'm hoping Josh and Sarah as well. I hope to God ZZ don't win.
Dave?
Yeah, anybody but ZZ and Sarah.
So you saying Josh and Amanda then?
Yeah, it probably won't happen. It'll probably be ZZ and Sarah because there's it's a popularity contest.
Oh gosh, I hope not. Well, Josh won the vote last week, so kind of.
Daniel Bryan save or no? He can't save anymore, right?
I don't think he can. I think that was his last opportunity to save. How fucked up would that be if ZZ won? He's like, no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
My save. I'm gonna do Josh. Oh, ZZ would cry. But
that would be funny as shit, though.
But yeah.
How would you guys rank the show tonight? If you want to do both.
Okay. NXT, I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. SummerSlam, I'll give it a solid 8. Justin?
Okay. NXT, I say a 9. And then SummerSlam, I'll say 7.5.
Dave?
I'd do NXT a 10 because I enjoyed every single match on NXT last night. And there was nothing wrong. The crowd was great. The finishes were great. I loved it. SummerSlam, maybe a 6. It wasn't bigger than WrestleMania. It wasn't bigger than WrestleMania.
Definitely.
I mean, too many false finishes. Too many draw, which
it ended 15 minutes early too.
And the Divas match was a big letdown. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, NXT by far was the best show.
Yes. So that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Thank everybody for watching. We will be back Tuesday night at 8:15, 8:30. I'm sorry, 9:15, 9:30 Eastern, with our thoughts on Raw and our thoughts on Tough Enough. So, apparently Raw is supposed to be bigger than SummerSlam. So we shall
So it's
find
gonna
out.
be 5 hours.
Well, I mean, apparently there's Sting rumors, and Undertaker's going to be on the show, and of course you're going to hear Heyman talk. So it's going to be interesting to see what actually happens tomorrow night. I'm actually really, I'm looking forward to it. So
Yeah, because we get to reset now, kind of. Because where are they going to go from here to get ready for WrestleMania now?
yeah.
Hopefully a reset. I mean, it's going to be fun to see what happens. So this is a question. I'm sure I was asked this by Texas Kid too. Are we going to continue these Tuesday? I told we would probably continue Tuesday nights even after this week.
Yes.
I would say so. That would work for me.
Yes. We will continue the Tuesday night videos because they seem to work better with us schedule-wise. Raw ends really too late for us, and I just think Tuesday we could keep the same time as well. We can even push it back an hour to where we go at 8 Eastern every Tuesday night, and I just think it'll work better that way. So yes, we will continue doing them on Tuesday evenings.
Let's hope these next couple of Raws are very good, because Monday Night Football starts in a couple of weeks. So
damn right. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so fun.
But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Please subscribe, hit the like button, or if you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. I really don't give a shit.
keep commenting.
Yeah, comments, whatever you like to do, please do. And we obviously appreciate you sitting down and watching our video. We'll be back Tuesday.
Follow us all on Twitter.
Yes. I'll put our Twitter handles on the bottom. Appreciate everybody joining. We'll be back Tuesday night with the Tough Enough finale, and hopefully maybe a Sting sighting or some kind of...
Or The Rock, maybe.
Or The Rock, or, Jake the Snake, or someone.
I'm going to record Ballers, speaking of that. I'm glad.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, go watch Ballers, everybody. It's a good show. If anybody's
Fear the Walking Dead tonight. I want to check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that, too. Damn it.
So, thanks, everybody, for watching, and we'll be back on Tuesday evening.